Hello, guys. We are here to talk about bringing in the new year in a new light and dealing with trauma with narcissistic parents or people that are bringing you down in a sense. And it's a new year, and so it's time to overcome those things and overcome the chains, of a parent that is weighing you down in a sense.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I've got a parent, and our parent, or especially it's our mother.
Oh yeah.
On that side, always wanted to. I think she thinks she's trying to keep us safe. Like,
Yeah.
oh hey, I'm keeping you safe, but it's really she's just keeping herself safe.
Exactly. Her fears, projecting her fears onto you as a child, and that is basically stunning your evolving
Your growth.
process. Yeah, like your process of how you evolve and grow as a person when you're constantly being belittled by your own parent.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So I think my mom has actually gone past. She is no longer here, but I still hear that word. I still hear it.
Oh yeah.
And so, I'm trying to, and for a lot of me, the things that I need to do is to start things. And I think maybe I can't start because, I'm not, have acceptance from her or something.
You never got the acceptance to begin with, so even with her being passing, it's like you never really heard her accept you or have felt like she's accepted you, and now she's gone and she can't do that. So
Yeah.
it's almost like sticks with you. It's like you continue to tell yourself, because that was what was engraved in what you grew up with, learning that you cannot deal with, or you can't do these things that you want to do or that you want to achieve because of the fact that she projected all of her fears onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like, I want to be, I always want to do these things. I want to go out and I want to instantly do them. And one of the things is I wanted to be a chef. And my mom was like, no. Actually, being in that industry, it's probably one of the worst. You got to work too hard. You'll never do any good.
Yeah. Nothing good to say about it. And I can definitely relate as well. It's really anything. I'm still young. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. But I come to her with these, ideas and, brainstorming and stuff like that. And she's like, you can't do that, or no, that's not a good idea. Just shoots everything down. It doesn't matter what it is. It's never really anything positive or any positive feedback in general that I get from her. So, we're just here to help you learn how to deal with those as we learn too, because we're still on a journey of learning as well on how to accept that, move on, because once you accept and once you understand that that is the reason why you're holding yourself back, you are able to overcome and move on. And that's what we're doing this year. We're moving on.
Yeah, and so 2024 is supposed to be, it's going to be a big year for us.
Oh, of course.
So this is the year I just want to do. So a part of it was to do these videos.
Oh, yeah. We've been sitting on them for a minute.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of it was, we're not doers because we've always been kind of held down. Mm-hmm. But again, but I think now there's nobody but you stopping you. It's not like she's actually, because my mom's not even here to stop me.
And my mom's not, she's not capable of jumping in front of me and telling me I can't do it, It's just the constant reminder from being reminded all your life that you can't do something that you've always wanted to do. Literally just reminding yourself, it's yourself doing it, it's your internal, because it's been something you've been taught your whole life. So.
Yeah, and maybe our own ego is taking on our own safeness.
Yes.
Because your ego, is your identity, but it's also your safeness.
Exactly, and your parents are your safety net. So, when your parents are your safety net, or your mom, for our moms, someone that we run to.
Same mom, basically, exactly.
Exactly. Someone that we run to for things, for anything, and all we know, you know what I mean, when they're constantly telling us no, or that we can't achieve those goals, or that we can't do those goals, or that we need to find another path or calling. But for, in general, like, whatever calling we were to find or bring to them would never be enough. But in general, what I'm trying to say is just, it's always going to be your ego. It's something that was engraved in us from a small age, and it takes time to overcome those things, especially when that's all you know.
Yeah,
all you knew.
I think that what we have is just this constant, hey, just play it safe. Hey, just don't do that because it's going to be hard. Hey, don't. And those are all safety things. But still, I think we need to start thinking, you know, maybe our parents were actually just afraid for us.
Oh, yeah.
Being our own egos, our own self.
Yes.
My ego is already big enough. I don't need any more ego from my mom.
Yeah, exactly. We already have big egos, and so we're not sitting here, we're not calling, you know, our mothers bad people in general, but they were just trying to protect us, and that was the only way they knew how to. You know, I still love my mom. Jay loves his mom.
I do.
You know, with all of our hearts. You know, and we have
how to move beyond is the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that this is something that's happening. I think even if you're not quite in the same situation, or the moms aren't the same, moms will always try to save you. So this is going to happen for, I think, 80 to 95% of people.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and even me being a mother myself, it's like, because that was the way I was brought to where, like, I don't necessarily receive positive feedback from my mother. I have to learn how to be able to pour into my child the right way and not take on those, you know, toxic traits, must we say, and project the same kind of thing onto my son. I can't do that. You know? But that's something I'm aware of and that I will continue to work on.
Yeah, so, and what's always funny is the mother that you're going to have is probably the mother that they need.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, maybe we needed this.
For sure. I mean, I totally feel like I needed this. I mean, I was able to even gain awareness on this whole situation and understand and basically put a pin to the issue to some extent and be able to be like, no, stop this. I'm not doing this. This is not how I'm going to raise my child. I totally don't agree with that. And it's okay. You know, it's okay to not agree with the way you were brought or just the way your parents handled your feelings and all of that. You have every right to feel like that, even if they make you feel like you shouldn't.
Yeah, but I think at some point we need to grow up on this whole thing. And I think this is where both of us we're starting to get to the next process, which is to basically go away from, even though they said all these things, you know, whatever, that doesn't matter. You're a big boy now.
Yeah.
You're a big girl.
Exactly.
You're going to have to put on your big boy pants and your big girl pants.
Exactly.
And you're going to have to actually go out and do. And I think my mom would definitely, you know, I went out and I did things. I moved to different places. I did a lot of those things. The main thing I don't think that I really did that I wish I would have done is to have, you know, maybe a career where I would have just jumped into it.
Yeah.
One that I really loved, which was the chef thing.
Yeah, something you were passionate about.
Something I was passionate about.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely feel like...
What's your passion? Just right now on the film.
Right now on the film.
Yeah, you're totally under pressure. So this is when you're gonna actually you're gonna do what, Phil? Just what one thing do you think? Like,
photography.
Definitely. See, there you go. So I think that's a passion.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing about these things is you may have photography, and that may not be what you're ending up at.
Yeah.
But you need photography to do whatever.
To actually do in general whatever I set my mind to, because inconsistency is something I struggle with.
Yeah. Because
of the, you know, constantly hearing that in the back of my head that I can't do, or just not that I'm unable to achieve those goals, or that it's not a great idea, you know. So yes, we will achieve those things this year.
And like, so when you're behind the camera, right, you may also lead to in front of the camera, because basically you have to know what things look like. Hey, what am I looking at when I'm using my...
Oh yeah, my
camera.
camera.
your camera.
Your lens.
And so that will also help you then where you're going to be. I think probably your best feature is your voice.
Oh, yeah.
You have a very good voice.
I definitely could see myself like doing podcasting or like
It's not the singing, it's the
it's just the
you have a good knowledge. It's easy to talk.
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree, and I do have a passion for talking too. So he knows that.
Obviously, that's why we're even here. You know.
Exactly. I like to like share my voice and interact with people and give my opinion on things and just all of the above when it comes to that. So I can definitely see myself being some kind of personnel when it comes to being a podcaster or like a radio personnel or, you know, a freaking sports. What is that called?
Newscaster.
Newscaster.
But it's
there we go.
Sportscaster. Yeah,
Sportscaster. I don't know too much about sports, but
yeah. So, in any one of these, I think mainly we just need to start. And I think at least we've started on this one. For 2024, I definitely have already kind of started on the whole doing. I did a couple of things. I felt really good about those. Changing in life and changing towards a positive. I think I'm really quite far along the way. Which is good.
This is the first step for me, honestly, but it takes a first step to take a second step.
Yeah, we've never actually done this.
Yeah.
Who knows if I even pressed record? Who knows?
Hopefully.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done the whole thing.
We'd been pissed.
Yeah, we'd be pissed off. All right. Well, I think we're gonna stop it right here, and we'll start a next one either now or in a week or two.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.